Hey, what's going on, family? Let's get into this content. And for fair use and educational purposes, YouTube, please don't subscribe because that's what this is for. Fair use and educational purposes. Let's go.
They're gonna tell you turn to the wall. You're gonna turn to this wall right here, bang. I gotta get asshole naked. Go back to this wall, spray my ass open, lift my feet, come around, lift my balls up, then I gotta go on my mouth with that and do all this. It take a lot to be able to do that. And if I can't buck with them, if I ain't gonna go buck, because if I buck, they gonna spray me down, fuck me up, throw me in the hole. But if I could go through this, I go through a lot of other shit, bro. I go through a lot of other shit. I mean, when I got that, that redneck tell me, lock the fuck up, I go through a lot of shit, bro.
All right, man. As you can see, man, the brother got a point right there. You know what I'm saying? He said nothing wrong, and he's trying to prevent you guys from having to experience that. It may sound disgusting, right? I know you don't want to have to go through it. So salute the Wallo, man. Let's get into this content. Telescope, go. Hey, what's going on, family? What's going on, man? So I know I haven't been on for a little while. It's been a couple of days since I posted, maybe like 3-4 days since I posted. And I know the viewers and people probably wondering, family wondering, tribe wondering, like, what's going on, man? Like, where Telescope at? Well, as you guys all know, around the holidays, around Christmas, the end of last year, I got into a crazy car accident. So I've been having to go to therapy and stuff like that just so I can stay physically apart and whatever, work, and I'm also studying to get my FAA Part 107 drones license so I can make better footage for you guys. With all of that being done and also making content at the same time and being a father and a husband, it does take a toll mentally on you as well as, since the accident physically. So I've been giving myself not only time to rest, but I still have been going to overload. So if I'm not posting or whatever, more than likely I'm studying or I'm just tired from working in therapy and stuff like that. Getting into this, man, this story, man, peace and blessings. As you all know, man, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all hit that share button so this message can get out there to the people that, whom it should reach. I just want to say, man, the good always die young. We're going to start this video off like that. The good always die young, and I wanted to let everyone, get their narrative off or whatever before I actually touch on this story, because I was up, it came to me not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, because I was up at around 4 in the morning, and I started seeing people posting on it or whatever. But the night of the fight, if you happen to have the privilege to watch the fight live or pay-per-view or whatever, you was there or whatever, you probably seen the whole altercation with Meek Mills and the brother, I believe his name is Gary Jr. or something like that, the boxer. Initially everybody thought it was Wallo and Gilly finna fight Meek Mills, but you probably seen the whole altercation and stuff like that, and you knew what was going down. Now, I know it's a lot of people that's on this YouTube thing that really, they act like, they know what's going on, like they're in cahoots with these people and they're making these phone calls with these higher ups, and, they have a hand in the music business. If I'm definitely talking about somebody specific, but at the same time, there are like little sprinkles of those type of gentlemen that are around here making content, acting like they know, what's actually going on, what's the ins and outs of every detail. Like, a prime example, I would say the dude Carcino for life. I'm not even gonna bash him or nothing like that, but he does tend to, act as if though he knows everybody in the situation, whether it's, with the Gabrielle Union, or if it's talking about, he was just talking about Keith Murray the other day, but now he's talking about, he had to make a phone call about this whole thing. That's how he found out what was going on, and he had an inside, man. It's a whole lot of cap, man. I call cap on it, but that's neither here nor there. I ain't get on here to denigrate them brothers or just try to belittle those brothers and put them down. And I got on here to actually say, like I said, man, a good die young. And initially everybody thought that this whole incident and what was going on, everybody felt and thought that Meek Mills, once again, is Meek Mills, going at it with somebody or whatever, or portraying to go at it somebody, pretty much woofing, and he coming to the situation having a wolf match. We thinking that he having it because Wallo is the laid back cool one, you know what I'm saying, the intellectual minded one. Gilly is the loud and obnoxious one, so we see Gilly screaming and all of this, all these clips of Gilly going around screaming. Everybody, I'm pretty sure, thought that, Gilly was about to fight Meek Mills and stuff like that, and Wallo was trying to break it up, or Wallo was finna get into it too. The thing is with this, man, we gotta protect. We dead ass gotta protect. Wallo. And the reason I waited, because I said, I wanted to let everybody get their narratives off. I know people was gonna be talking about, Wallo and Gilly fighting and stuff like. Wallo and Gilly was finna fight Meek Mills and stuff like that. When actually Meek Mills is finna fight a boxer, which we know. Then I want to also add that Meek Mills is not only a clown, but he's a coward, because not only did he's not. I want to say this: he's not a clown because he walked away. In certain situations, if you're a man and you understand the severity of what can happen, and your power and what you might do, or where this can go at, just evaluating the situation, and as a strategic decision maker, as it's politics and whatever you do. So like as a man in political power, like Meek is in political power as far as the music game goes, he he dealing in politics with it. You got to know when to hold him, know when to fold him. It's really like, calling somebody's bluff. And I don't say that he's a coward because he walked away. Like I said, sometimes that can be, the decision that's called for right now. You can leave now and then get him then, or get him later, whatever, however the saying goes. But my thing was that I don't really honestly, genuinely believe that Meek had the intentions on even having an altercation. I think that Meek was woofing, barking up the tree, thought that he was talking to a regular Joe Smo, and didn't know that he was actually talking to, somebody that professionally boxed. I believe he professionally boxed, amateur box, whatever. I think he professionally boxed though. But that's neither here nor there. That's not even really why I made this video. That's not even really why I'm making this video. The reason I'm making this video is because I want to put a lot of significance on what Wallo did. Wallo, I think that it need to be more OGs and more people that is of that age teaching the youth like Wallo. You feel me? I think that people should be leading the youth like Wallo. Like, for instance, the reason I say you gotta protect, Wallo, is because, like, let me see, how can I put it? The whole time Meek just woofing and just trying to gain attention and stuff like that, and just woofing, thinking that he talking to a regular Joe Smoke. You don't even know that he exposes himself. Because everybody come to find out that you talking to a boxer, bro. Come on, bro. That's how niggas looking at him. So you really exposing himself. But while he's doing all of these antics and all of this clout chasing, while he's doing all of this, he's really putting the light and shining the light on the person that we need to really be seeing. You feel me? Like, look how Meek brought the attention to the real star and the real light. You feel me? Who we was really supposed to be paying attention to. You know what I'm saying? That's Wallo. You know what I'm saying? Like, Meek, he caused the scene, and it ultimately gave Wallo his moment. The crowd was like in so much pandemonium, and Wallo controlled it, equalized it, so it wasn't no threat or no incident occurring after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Unc did his thing, you feel me? He represented like a real OG. That's what OG stand for. No matter what, where you say I come from or whatever, we gonna make sure that this get handled the right way. And immediately as soon as I seen the crowd rushing and I started, watching the video and stuff like that, immediately, man, I was just like, the first thing that came to my mind, honestly, was like, yo, man, like, two things that came to my mind, but the first thing that came to my mind is like, damn, bruh, you can't get black folk money. You know what I'm saying? Or you can't take black folks nowhere. These are the first two things that came to my mind, bro. I swear to God. And the crazy thing is like, we should we want people to like when you get around certain people, you know, you have certain black people that act like they better than others, but it's like, how can you act like you better than somebody, or you want this type of utmost respect, and then you go in public and you act like animals, man? Like, you know, the people that's like pretty much, you know, hold stature, hold a name in our, as far as like hold a name in our community, or like represent like our representation to the, you know, to the public eye. We not saying that they are representation. We know that they not our representation, but in public's eye, you know, public's perception, they the ones with the bag. You know what I'm saying? They got the little money or whatever the case may be. And in public perception, if you got the bag, you know, you the representation. You know, like you of the elite, you of the highest caliber, right? I think that Wallo handled that situation. I'm talking about he executed that situation like literally perfectly. It's like you can feel, it's like the tension was so thick in the air, like it was up there, like you could feel the tension, like the air was so thick. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wasn't even, to be honest with you, they wasn't, at that point, they wasn't even watching the actual, you know, pay-per-view fight at that point. Like, they wasn't even watching it. Even the fighters had Gervonta Davis and the other dude. I think Hector Garcia, I see him stop first. I ain't gonna cap. Tank was gonna keep going. I just seen Tank like back up a little bit, but Hector Garcia, Hector Garcia, that motherfucker stopped. He already knew that he was a little rocky anyway, so he knew he was finna go down. That motherfucker like stopped. As soon as they started fighting, he stopped. Okay? So that's when Gervonta stopped as well. But I just want to say that they wouldn't, like, nobody wasn't even watching. The air was so thick, and like it was so much pandemonium going on, and all of the attention was over there. They wasn't even watching that what they came to pay for, what they paid for to watch. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't even watching the pay-per-view fight anymore. Everybody was watching, you know, this incident that's going on, and they probably didn't. I didn't watch the pay-per-view fight actually on TV, but I'm pretty sure on TV they probably showed a little clip of it, and then probably just like, you know, try to keep the fight going on. But it wasn't nobody fighting in the ring, so I'm pretty sure on TV they showed that too. You know, so that's what everybody seen, and it's crazy because you know, I feel like Meek Mill, like on some, not to be funny, but I feel like Meek Mill's, like, he's such a character, dog. Like he is so WWE. Like, he is such a character to the point where I feel like him being from Philly, I think Wallo from Philly too. So like, you know, them boys from the same hometown, they out there in DC. You feel me? That's like if you come up with somebody that's from your city, you're not gonna want to see them, like, you know what I'm saying, get took up and through there or get done dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna want to see them prosper. Or like if y'all out of bounds or whatever, you gonna want to see them prosper. Like, you ain't gonna want to see them get took up and through there. So it was like I understood where Wallo was coming from, like how he tried to like save me. But it was like, honestly, man, it was like Meek is so WWE, bro. It's like Wallo was forced to play referee before like everything, you know what I'm saying, like literally became like, you know what I'm saying, celebrity deathmatch in real time. Like, it's just like, just to sum everything all up, like, I just feel like protect Wallo, you know what I'm saying? Because in these times that we living in, like, we just see all of the good brothers go for whatever reason. Like, they just mysteriously just pop up, you know, sick, or, you know, these brothers popping up, you know, deceased and stuff like that, you know, from mysterious circumstances and stuff. And, you know, a brother like Wallo, I don't even really want to put it out in the air, but it's just like, we just got to know, we got to be aware of it. Like, a brother like Wallo, like, you know, he would easily be, you know what I'm saying, an asset for the opposition to take out. And the thing is, it's like none of us would not even know it or notice it until it's too late, until we'll be posting the reclips of all the great things that the brother was saying and all the game that he was dropping, you know. Then you'll be reclipping and posting that. But why the brothers right here now on this earth, you know what I'm saying, and giving it up like that, like, you know what I'm saying, being a stand-up dude and being solid, y'all ain't even, you know what I'm saying, showing no love. So it's like, protect Wallo. Not only did like look at all of the great things that he did for real, like just in the time that he's been out, man. $1 million worth of game is through the roof. Barstool, they took Barstool to a whole nother level. You know, they took Barstool to a whole nother level. Then, you know, he predicted the Young Thug situation. At least he tried to, like, you know, help steer him far away from it. He was telling them then, like, I think Wallo was able to foresee it. You know, this man, you know, he did 20 years solid. So I think he was able to, you know, foresee like what was going to happen, how it was going to come down. You know what I'm saying? How it was going to come down on Thug head, especially once he got to meet Thug personally. You know, and I heard this a lot about Thug. Young Thug, from what I heard, is a very, very, you know, how you can say it, like people try to attach themselves to him, or like when they get around him, they love him so much they try to stick around him. Like, he's a very likable person, and I think that Wallo got the whiff of that. Like, Wallo seen, like, man, you know, man, Thug really a real one. Like, he really a real one. You know, these niggas around, I done seen 100,000 of these niggas around here, like the niggas that you around, Thug. But you the golden one, you the real one, bro. I see it in you. And I think that that's what Wallo, that's the scent that Wallo got off of him. You feel me? That's why I think that he, like, that's what he was smelling when he came to Thug. That's why I feel like he was so adamant about, like, man, you know, Thug, you don't want to, you know, clean it up or do the woo or, you know, do it like this. Because the way that you're doing it ain't right, brother. You know, I think that's why he was trying to give it up to him like that. Even to my point, he spoke to Dirk about squashing his infamous beef with, you know who. You feel me? So Wallo, I'm talking about, he did it in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? That interview is probably like what, like 50-something million or something like that. What, 24 million views or something like that? 50-something million views. Dirk had like 1 million in the hood. Like, that was a good interview. That was a classic interview. That interview is probably gonna be talked about for a very long time. His message, man, like the message that Wallo be giving it up, and like how he giving it up, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that it's no old head right now that's doing that. You feel me? Like, you know, Gucci did some time or whatever, but we don't really too much hear from Gucci on topics like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we normally hear from like his music, or like we hear about like little spats that he have with his artists, or something like, you know, blog pages probably, you know, putting up conspiracy theories saying that, you know, his artist locked up because of him, or the death contracts and all of this other stuff. You know, just pretty much, you know, stuff that's thrown up in the air, bullcrap, hearsay. That's mostly when we hear about Gucci. But, you know, and not even just Gucci, just other older artists, OGs, man. Like, let me see. I mean, like, who can I say? Trick. Sometimes Trick be giving up some game, but it'd be so funny that, like, you can't really, you know what I'm saying? It'd be so funny that sometimes you, like, the average person won't really be able to take the meat and potatoes out of that, you know, because he just too funny. Like, Trick too funny for you to take him serious type shit. But when I look at this situation, like, man, and not even like to be nut hugging and all of that shit, I'm just saying, you gotta give credit when credit is due. If you see an honorable stand up man, bro, like, you know, an honorable stand up man is gonna salute that. That's just what it is, you know. Like I said, man, his message, bro, like, you know, this man done literally slept, ate and shat in hell on earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man done did, like I said, he did 20 years solid. Came back to the free world. He never snitched on nobody from what I know of, and I'm pretty sure everybody else can vouch for that. But, you know, ain't no paper has to come out on the brother yet. Everybody love him. So it's like, you know, like, he came back to the free world, and jail wasn't even really like no bragging rights for him or his glory story. Like, you know how most people come out from jail and it's like, oh man, I just did 20 and and yeah, I, like, you know, and I see a lot of people, honestly, do that and then honestly lose their lives. Like, a lot of people come from prison and thinking that they can operate how they was operating in prison and operate like down in the free world, and then they lose their life, and you know, and vice versa. So some people that's, you know, never been in prison, they go to prison and then they lose their lives. So it's a lot of like be humble that takes place in that type of lifestyle and living like that, man. You gotta just sometimes you just gotta be humble. And I think that this brother has really unlocked the key to humility and being humble, man. You know, he used I did remember, like, you know, what is called stories from the cell or whatever. And I think that was kind of like a little funny or whatever. He was using it as like more so satire. But that was like only one segment of what it was every show though. It was one segment of every show. But I will say that he used his prison stories and his sentence as a reminder to the naive and the feeble-minded, you know, the small thinkers, that life will eat you alive, man. Like, this ain't like this life that you trying to live right here. This, you know, this quote unquote thug life that you trying to live, or, you know, this hot boy life that you trying to live. Yeah, this life ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, think big. You feel me? Especially while you out here. Think big while you out here, while you got the opportunity, not when it's too late. You know what I'm saying? And you behind the bar and you just want to get out. You know, think big while you got the opportunity. And that's why I say, and that's why just to wrap sum it all up. I know I've been talking for a long time. Just to sum it all up, man, you know, the key topic to this video right here was, you know, the good die young, man. So protect Wallo, man. Protect Wallo, man. Make sure that nothing happens to this brother, and you know, put it out there to listen more to his message. Honestly, like I said before, like, we need more brothers that's like that. Yeah, Gilly's cool or Gilly's funny or whatever, you know, but I think that people at this point, people initially started off watching $1 million worth of game for Gilly, but then ultimately started and continued to watch because of Wallo. You know, that deal, I think that deal came because of Wallo. Where the trajectory of where their platform is going now, you know, I think that it's because of Wallo right now. And you know, how humble he is. He gonna say, you know, man, me and Cuz got it together. You know, but we all know, man, we know what it is. And I honestly, it's some type of, you know, it's some type of honor in like being humble like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta always be. I like that he's not like, you know, I did it by myself and this and that. Because, you know, ultimately, you know, Gilly did play a hand in it, but by him being so humble, it just leaves no room to argue. You know, it leaves no room for that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of brothers, if they took that blueprint, man, you wouldn't have fallouts or spats or beefs with, you know, your homies and stuff like that. You wouldn't even have no beefs with strangers or nothing like that, because, you know, you're being humble, man. You're humbling yourself. So that's the key word of the day, man. You know, I'll try to drop another keyword for y'all in the next video. But yeah, staying humble, man. Humility is a keyword of the day, man. Y'all check it out. Try to be humble for the rest of the week, you know, and see how it affects your week, you know, or just try to be humble. If you can't be humble for the rest of the week and that's too much, you're a hothead, you know, try to be humble for at least, like, you know, 24 hours at least, you know. Try to be humble. If you can't be humble for 24 hours, man, I feel bad for you, man, because not only will you put your life in jeopardy, maybe your kid's life or your wife's life or your significant other, so to speak. You're not gonna only put their life in jeopardy, but you're gonna put your life in jeopardy. Whether it may be the penitentiary, whether it may be life or death, like, you might lose your life, you know what I'm saying? Or, like I say, you might put their life in jeopardy. So it's like, you wanna stay humble, man. Stay humble. And then humility also plays a factor in finances too. Like, you know, you get some money and stuff like that. Y'all already know this tax season coming up, man. I know y'all finna start posting your little tax memes and stuff like that, but yeah, man, like, stay humble with your money, man. You know, don't go out splurging and buying new cars and, you know, and stuff like that, and putting, you know what I'm saying, 30s on a rental car, you know. Go, you know what I'm saying, invest your money in, I would say, some crypto, but mainly, like, you know, invest your money in like a private owned business, like something that you can own, like an LLC, a S corp, or, you know what I'm saying, C corp. Go invest your money in some crypto, man, or something like that. I really don't too much dealing in the crypto, so I can't really tell people to, you know, go invest in the crypto like that. But I have seen, like, some of my homies, I have seen them get good returns with the crypto thing. So it definitely is real. Like, it's definitely a good benefit. But yeah, man, like, look into some of that. But most importantly, man, first of all, man, stay humble, man. That's the word of the day. So with that being said, man, thank y'all for watching this video. If you stayed this far, man, this video was meant for you to hear. I appreciate you listening. And yeah, man, protect Wallo, man. And remember, man, they said it. Now we speaking on it. I'm Mr. Telescope, and you're now watching the Telescope channel. Hey, what's going on, family and visitors? Peace and blessings to you all. Welcome to the Telescope channel. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell in the bottom corner. Here at the Telescope channel, we're going to be diving in from everything from music to religion, sports, and all other current events. Subscribe to the channel so you can stay updated. Let's go get it in.